And all of a sudden, some younger guy comes running in and goes, "Charlie's on the hill, Charlie's on." He was so startling. I was like, "Oh my God."
What about I met or ran into Charles Manson before he was Charles Manson. What's that one about?
That one's crazy. I was born and raised in the San Fernando Valley, just north of LA. And one of the areas that we used to go horseback riding was in the Santa Susana Pass, where the Spawn Ranch is and was. It was an old movie ranch. That's where they rented horses. So my cousin and I were going there one time. Our parents dropped us off, 11 or so, and there we are, adding us up. And all of a sudden, some younger guy comes running in and goes, "Charlie's on the hill, Charlie's on." He was so startling. I was like, "Oh my God!" And the old guy said, "Don't worry about it." We looked out the window, and about six, 7 people, men and women, jumping on horses and riding off. By the way, Quentin Tarantino got it right. When I saw that his movie,
Once Upon a Time,
man, it was right. That's what it looked like, and them riding off on horses was like, oh my God, I'm having deja vu. So we get our little horses that are ready for the glue farm and just only want to walk.
Yeah.
And we're walking along the trail that you go out on, and about 20 minutes after we leave, we see a trail of horses coming back slowly. And the trail is probably 8 feet wide, so there's not a lot of room.
Mm-hmm.
And the horses come back, and there was a guy in the middle who was not holding his reins. The guy in front of him on the horse was holding his reins. And this guy was undulating to the movement of the horse. He was barefoot and scraggly, and he had black hair and black eyes and a beard, and he was just like spaced out of his mind. And my cousin and I riding by and looking at him like, okay. It felt weird.
Yeah.
And as soon as we passed, my cousin who was in front of me, she turned around and said, "That must be Charlie." And I said, yeah.
Right.
So then fast forward, I think it was 2 years later, and all of a sudden we're seeing on the television, Charles Manson at Spawn Ranch was arrested. And we're like,
That's a crazy one.
I didn't realize he was that well known for that long beforehand. I thought
Well, no, it's just that he was memorable from looking like you just put the 2 and 2 together.
I put the 2 and 2 together. He wasn't
wow.
only to me, because they made such a thing of Charlie's on the hill.
Right.
And here comes this guy. I zeroed in on him, and it was like, ooh.
Yeah.
And then so when I saw his face again 2 years later, I went, "That's the guy."
That's a face you don't forget.
Wow.
Pure evil was looking you in the eyes. Yeah, that is as creepy as it comes, man. Yikes.
Who knows what would have happened, man?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, good thing you ran into him 2 years early. Not, you don't want to run into him at his peak, right? Yeah. Listen, if you made it this far into the video,
which is far, like no one ever does that on the internet.
Like it's the end. You made it to the end of the video.
Full fucking video
you watched
did.
the whole thing. So if you liked it and you watched the whole thing, why don't you subscribe?
It means you like us.
Click the subscribe button, because if you don't, I'm going to fucking murder John.
And I'm going to like it.
Kill him with my bare fucking hands.
Yeah.
And if you weren't sold on this video, there's plenty more. Watch what's next up and then subscribe. But just subscribe so I don't have to fucking kill him.
Well, I don't know. Do what you want, but subscribe. Probably.